Good morning. Good morning. It is day five of the Inkvent Advent Calendar. The other morning I thought, I'm not going to be able to hold up, all 25 fingers. Run out of fingers to hold up for the days. I have some coffee. So day 5 of Inkvent Advent Calendar. This thing. Okay, where is the box? The door for day number 5. Right here. Okay, let's get this open. It says on the name that it's Marie Rose. Okay. Pull it out. Set it down. And this is a standard, it says on the thing. Someone watched the video and they put a comment in the comment area and said that on the side of the bottle, it always names what kind of ink it is. So that's how I can tell now, is look on the label on the side. So I know that. That was very kind of that person to do that for me. Thank you, if you happen to be watching. It is nice when you encounter kind people out in the internet world. What is it? WWW, the World Wide Web. Of course, I guess, yeah, YouTube's part of the World Wide Web because that would be the address. Of course, now you just go to a search bar, whatever, and never mind, I'm blathering. So standard, so not a shimmer, not a sheen, not a pigment, not a scented. That was smart of Inkvent people to do that order. I better get my stuff out here. My journal. I never kept a journal until after going to the DC pen show. I'll just set that here. I don't have the cap off yet. I never kept a journal, but I have been. Of course, I spilled coffee on it in my purse. I was carrying my thermal of coffee that goes most everywhere with me. But I don't care. It just shows to me that it's used. And I've been using different inks in it too because of the pen show and my daughter setting me up with some pens. Well, that ink's the same, but let's see. It starts to be different inks here. You can see I play around with the different inks. So different inks there. Some more inks, changing colors here. That page has more inks. A green and a blue. And then I got myself kind of a reddish ink. What else? Ooh, that page had a lot of variety in it. Is that where I did? Oh, that's where I used the Smoky Tobacco yesterday. As you can tell, I don't write a lot in my journal because I swap around. I'm keeping a few different types of journals now. Okay, but what I want is to go to the back where I started keeping a little swatch page for being able to say inks I do and don't want to pursue, or trying them out to see if I want to pursue them. So let me get that set up there so I can write down the Marie Rose. I suppose I should also write down that it's a standard, and then I try to remember to write down the ink company name, obviously, so I could find it again. And get my pen roll here, and I want my dip pen out of it, so that can go down there. I want my safety net cloth, which is just an eyeglass cleaning cloth. And I want to turn the camera down so you can see it. Let's bring that down. Okay. Uncap the dip pen. Set that down here. The cap won't roll away. I don't know why I'm shaking it. It's a standard ink. I don't need to shake it. All right. Cap, dip pen, not pent, Marie Rose, and standard. So let's do that. M-A-R-I-E Rose. Oh, I'm going to put up Audrey Matteson's color swatch so that you can see it, a much better example of it. That's going up on the screen and will be there so you can see the Marie Rose and a much better swatching sample. This is a standard, so I can write that. S-T-A-N-D-A-R-D. It's from, I guess I'm going to do another line here. Diamine, D-I-A-M-I-N-E. And do my smearing of ink, scribbling of ink, whatever it is. Make a color piece of it. But as you can see, Audrey's, oh, it's got little bits and pieces. Or am I tearing up the paper with my pen? Is that what's happening? I don't know. As you can see, it's got little, no, I'm sorry. I was starting to say, as you can see with, oh, let's see. Hold on a second here. Bring the camera back up. Excuse me. As you can see from Audrey's swatch, having seen Audrey's swatch, it's much more interesting than the swatch I just did. But now I want to put up on the screen some real swatchers. Some people that obviously take this way seriously, way more seriously than I ever thought to do. So first up on the screen, you're going to see a lady. She's called Manda B of Ink Splat, from Ink Splat. And you'll see that would take you back to day one of Diamine. But also, there's another ink advent calendar that Colorverse is doing or has made available, and that's called Colorvent. So there's Inkvent that people can get with 25 inks in it, and there's Colorvent that people can get with 25 inks in it. And so you see how she has done her ink swatching. Okay, and then next up, I'll put up on the screen here, is from day 2. Wait a minute, I got that backwards. Wait a minute, let's see. Manda B, yeah, she's doing both. So now what you'll see is 2 pages that take us back to day 2 and day 3. Sorry, day 2. Get the right fingers. Day 2 and day 3 of Inkvent's calendar. And this lady's really an artist. I mean, she is doing drawings in her thing, and she's doing these little stories with it. So you can see how she is enjoying the Inkvent days. But she's really putting a lot of work in to do these little stories and little drawings with it. And then yesterday, the way I stumbled on these different people is I typed in YouTube Inkvent just to see what is coming up day by day by people, because I'm curious how people are doing this. I'm just piddling around with my little videos, no big deal. But some of these people, they're getting into it. And so on day 4 from yesterday, which was the Smoky Tobacco, a lady named Danielle, and her YouTube channel is My Dandelion Diaries. And she has an interesting way of swatching. I guess she's using some kind of a needle, a blunt tip needle, and she's, splatting out the colors in her color swatching thing. I just thought it was interesting how different people are doing things. Is there anything else I'll show you? Oh, I've been lining up my colors, so I'm putting up a picture now of my four little bottles that I've collected on the top of my IKEA secretary desk. And so they're all there, the 4 bottles. And now I'll be able to add a 5th bottle, the Marie Rose. So next I'm going to take a few minutes to write a letter to my daughter. And that's the other part that's pretty neat about this, is knowing that, maybe today my daughter will get the first one. I don't know how many days it's going to take for the letters to go back and forth. But I'm writing her a letter each day on this paper that she gave me. I like this onion skin paper. I have it on my wish list that I'm making for myself. Good morning. Husband just came through to go into the office. When we renovated, because we didn't remodel and changing anything. When we renovated, we moved his office area into our closet, our master closet, and so now we call it our cloffice. So, where was I I'm making myself a little wish list of, I want to get myself maybe my next journal when I finish doing this journal, fill it up. I want to consider having my next journal written on onion skin paper. So I sought out is there such a thing? Is there a book, a journal made of that paper, that very fine paper, so I could write it on there? I think I found one. But it's going into my wish list in the budget. Okay. And I said I was having fun writing, thinking about my daughter being able to go to the mail and find a letter from me every day. And I'm using the daily inks to do that. But on top of that, yesterday I didn't mail just one letter, but I mailed 2 letters. One to my daughter that has the Inkvent calendar, that gave me the Inkvent calendar, but she also gave it to one of her siblings, and so I wrote a second letter to that child, and And then I'm starting to think, you know, I should start writing to the grandchildren. And sure, they're young, but they're getting older. Some of them are definitely old enough to appreciate getting a letter. Whether or not they can read my cursive writing, that's a whole nother question. But the parents are smart enough. They know my writing, I'm pretty sure, and they can figure out cursive writing. Yeah, they can read cursive writing. So, time to write a letter, and I'll show that to you in just a second here on camera. All right, there is day 5, the letter to the Inkvent daughter. I'll bring the camera up here, see if I can do it without making too much of a jiggle mess. And I think now I'll go ahead and write a letter to the Inkvent sister. All right, bye for now.